What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another transfer window live. It's heating up now, literally on the Mercato, like figuratively, and literally over here where I'm sitting. But with me today is Dash. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hey everybody, how are you? Today we're going to talk some Kostic news from Isak, and then we're also going to have some trouble in Rugani dice or trouble with baklava dice. Looks like Rugani's not taking too kindly to the baklava in Istanbul, so we might have some issues there.
Yeah,
So let's kick this off.
he's not having it. He's absolutely not having it. Let me uh, let me turn on this, otherwise it will glitch. Yeah, we will talk about Kostic, of course, because that's the thumbnail. So I don't want to do like the last time when we had a Zaniolo thumbnail and we didn't mention him once. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Kostic. So Kostic, oh my god, I'm turning on the AC. I'm sorry, people. I know people will hear the little buzz, but like it's too hot. It's just too hot. I'll turn it off later on. Kostic. According to Romeo, we are, Raven. I can see. So, Justin doesn't like Kostic, or like I don't know, dislike Kostic. I think the issue is he doesn't like the deals we are doing, and I kind of agree with him. Like in general, he doesn't like Kostic, which is fine. He was supposed to be on tonight with some hot takes, but like he got not cold feet. He got cold to get to work, so he's not here. But surely, I think he will have him on tomorrow or something, so we can hear his take once again. He doesn't like Kostic, which is fine. I don't like Zaniolo. He rates Zaniolo very highly, so it's different opinions. But Kostic, according to Romeo Agresti, we were making a bid in the coming hours. In the next few hours, it's been already 10 hours. That's not a few for me. Like few is 3, 4 max. But it's what it is. We're gonna make a bid. Giovanni is saying it also. Everybody is saying it now. We're making a bid. What I wanna ask you two things. Alfredo Pedula saying that tomorrow Juve will move for Kostic, so that's that. Kostic, I will ask you the first thing. How much do you think he's worth? 1 year left on his deal. Keep that in mind.
That's an easy question. Not 20 million. So if I were to give you a number, probably 15. That would probably be a fair assessment, because I mean his overall value is roughly around 40. So with 1 year left, you're going to have us pay 50% of his value. That makes no sense to me. Absolutely not. Where it's like, okay, I get it if it's 30 to 40%. 40% is a little bit of a stretch, but like, yeah, if we're doing half of his actual value and he's literally less than a year on his deal, makes no sense.
Okay, and Sky is saying absolutely nothing. They're saying tomorrow Juve will meet with the agent of Kostic to see or to understand how possible this deal is. They're way behind. They already know. Like, is what it is. Like, Kostic is not pulling out of his West Ham move to not even having spoken with Juve and sitting there like, oh, tomorrow I will know if they want me or not, like, or if they can pay the deal or do the deal. They already know, so they're kind of late with the news, in my opinion, but that's okay. They're always late. I agree with the price tag. I think 20 is pushing it. I think 20 is actually pushing it a little bit. And I've said it on my daily. Like, the news was, or Dimash said 2 bids were rejected by Frankfurt. I don't believe that. I think it was just Kostic putting everything on hold. Like, going off all news, I think he was putting it on hold, not the other way around. Not Frankfurt saying to West Ham, no, you're not having him, because 20 mil, nobody's paying plus 20 mil for Kostic. So I think it's just Kostic putting everything on hold. Okay, yeah, I was saying Ali and Dash. Be completely honest. If you're a manager and you want to win right now, and you have Kostic versus Zaniolo on the left, I don't think Zaniolo's gonna play on the left either way. But who are you taking? Remember, you need a finished product. Well, you gave the answer already, so
Yeah, it's
you
it's
ended
easy.
with the answer. But Zaniolo's not gonna play on the left if he comes in. He's not. I don't know. He's not doing that. So yeah, it's Kostic. And he's saying also Justin's just pissed that they aren't signing Zaniolo. He took his anger out on Kostic. He basically said Kostic was a Serbian Bernardeschi. Yeah, that's a flat out lie because Zaniolo is the Italian Bernardeschi. Like he has kind of similar stats. That's all you need to know.
Zaniolo is going to be the next Bernadeschi. It's going to be a Zaniolo next. So, like, say that we get Zaniolo, he flops. And, I bet you Justin's, like, kicking rocks right now. But, like, hey, we get Zaniolo, he flops. It's not going to be the next Bernadeschi. It's going to be who's going to be the next Zaniolo. So, I bet you, I wonder how Misak handled that. If he was flaming Kostic the other night, that I wish I saw that. That would have been funny.
Yeah, sorry, I was just checking news because. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing. I didn't watch Justin's daily video because I didn't have the time. I was working on other stuff, so I've not heard what he said. But if he said that, I wouldn't be surprised because he's actually very pissed. And yeah, that's that. I like Kostic. I've said it many times. I don't think he's a top player. I never said that. I think he's a good player. I think he can help us. And that's all I really care about. Like, if people say he's not the guy we should be going for, just okay. People in the chat, if not Kostic, who else? And be realistic because we're not signing Anthony. I know it's a different position, but we're not spending 80 mil. Keep in mind, we're doing this for Chiesa and give him also a backup. Even if Chiesa is back, you need to sub him out once in a while. Like, you cannot play him 50 games a season. Like, you need to do something. Keane is not it. I didn't watch today's game. I didn't completely. I watched for like 7 minutes. I was at work, and in those 7 minutes, Keane looked like Keane again. And again, it's a preseason, but even during preseason, he doesn't look good. So you need someone on that left hand side, and if not Kostic, who else? People in the chat, let me know. And that's not. I'm not saying, oh, you need to take Kostic. It's a serious question. If not Kostic, who else? Because I don't have any options at the moment. That's the way I'm thinking about it. I don't have an issue with Kostic. I have issues with other things Klopp wanted to, like a Paredes. I think that's a waste of money, in my opinion. That's more of a waste of money than Kostic. That's what I believe. Okay, people in the chat, they are not dropping names. Do you have a name? Like, let's say it's not Kostic, who else coming in can play on that left until Chiesa's fit?
I think Kostic is your best option because, like, Zaniolo makes no sense to put him in there. I'd rather have Kostic because I know what we're getting from him. It's the thing about, like, the Zaniolo hype is it's all like what it could be. It's not what it is. That's what kind of irritates me because it's like, like, originally I was a little bit more warm towards Zaniolo if it was a cheap loan deal and then, like, potentially with an option to buy, but, like, I can't buy into the hype of someone that's not gonna, like, we don't know what he's gonna do. Because, like, say Dybala goes in, plays decently at Roma, and puts Zaniolo out of the gig. Then what? Then Zaniolo looks stupid, and then I know some people want to sit there and let Zaniolo sit for another season at Roma and see if he blows up or not. So it's like, it just makes no sense to me for us to go for someone with hopes and dreams, guys. Like, we're not a Sassuolo. We're not like a third or fourth place, like, team that's aspiring to get to the top. We're technically the gold standard in Italy when it comes to clubs. I don't care about these last 2 seasons not being as good as, like, our expectations are, but I'm not like, there are some players that you sit there and you pick in and you're like, okay, I hope that these guys end up being amazing. But if we have our front line with 2 players, like, for example, the verdict's still out on Vlahovic, so, like, we don't know that he's actually a world talent just yet. He's shown glimpses of it, but there's also scenarios where he hasn't. So he's kind of a question mark, and we have to be, we got to take off our love for him, because if we're willing to grill our defenders, we have to be also willing to grill Vlahovic. And I don't care about the Allegri. He plays defensive and everyone plays left back. That's another thing too, is like, if we have Zaniolo and Vlahovic as question marks up front and Chiesa is the only definite article, that scares me. We need some people that are, okay, we know what they can do, we know what they provide. And it's not saying like Kostic is the most amazing player in the world, but we know what he is. He's consistent. He's been consistent. So that's what we're getting out of him. And we're looking for someone to lighten the load for Chiesa, and I think he's perfect for it. Whereas Zaniolo, he's coming in as a backup. You think Zaniolo wants to come in as a backup also? So we have to put it in Zaniolo's perspective. Also playing on the left wing, I think Zaniolo is not effective on the left side of the field. So Di Maria already has that starting space. I don't think Zaniolo is going to beat Di Maria for the starting position. It's just not. It's not there. So Zaniolo is coming in on a 4 or 5 million contract to be a backup this year. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, someone in the chat, just make it sense, because like, make it make sense, because I don't get it. It just, I got a feeling that he's gonna get benched by Dybala already at Roma, because it's just, what are we like sitting here and hoping on someone that hasn't proven anything, that has he even hit double digits yet? I don't think so. Like, Zaniolo hasn't brought in anything where we're like, oh man, this guy needs to do something. I think the only hype that we got bought in on is him in that Porto game in the Champions League almost 3-4 years ago. And that was 3-4 years ago where we got dazzled. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it is what it is. And some people can sit here and come at me in the chat with Vlahovic too, but like, guys, playing for Fiorentina and playing for us are two totally different things. So he had a good 6 months. Let's just see how Vlahovic plays this season as well.
I'm gonna, the Zaniolo thing, okay, you're getting Zaniolo if you're getting him for potential. You're paying what you're paying because he's Italian and you hope he comes good. If you look at his stats, his contribution, no way you're paying 50 mil for that. Like, there's absolutely no way. Like, if you just look at the stats, and even the performances, they're not good. Like, even last season, they were not good. They had a few good games here and there, but there's no consistency, there's nothing. So I don't really understand how you can look at Kostic and you're like, because his stats look great, and even the way he plays, like, it looks good. The eye test, forget about the stats. When you watch Zaniolo, it's like, is he gonna do something? And then one game is like, okay, and another game is nothing, or like a few moments here and there, but not consistently over 90 minutes. And for me, that's an issue, especially if you're paying 50 mil. Like, that's absolutely insane. And people are actually saying the same thing in the chat. Background sound. Yeah, I have background sounds. I have the AC on because it's freaking hot. So yeah, deal with it because it's too hot. I'm not saying Kostic is a top player, world beater. He will be one of the best players in Europe or whatever. I'm not saying that, but we need a backup to Chiesa, even when Chiesa is fit. Like, it needs to be done. Yeah, you need to get him in. And on top of that, Chiesa, we don't know how he's coming back, because I believe he will not be included in the Champions League list for the group stages. I think he will be out. I'm pretty sure he will be out. I'm tempted to say I hope he's out, because if not, I fear they're gonna force him back. And that's not the way to go. And that's why bringing in Kostic is for me the right move, because you cannot force Chiesa back. He's too important, Chiesa, to miss for I don't know how many months. Kostic can also play left back once Chiesa's back. He cannot. I know a lot of people are saying play him left back. Kostic cannot play left back. He can play left wing back. He's not good at left back. He's not good at it. And I know Sandro and Pellegrini, they are what they are. But Kostic is not a left back. I hope Allegri doesn't play him as left back. I actually hope. I'm almost praying, you know, and I haven't prayed for years. But I don't want to see Kostic as a left back. If you bring him in, don't play him at left back. Get a real left back. Get a real left back. Defensively, he's not good, so he cannot be a left back. Like, we already have 2 left backs who struggle to defend. You know, so we don't need another one. I think he used to play as a left back. He plays a left wing back, and that's differently. That's different.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a lot more different. Yeah, left wing back from a left back are different because the left wing back is covered by the left center back, whereas a left back, you get caught out, you're caught out on your own. And no, Lukaku is not an option for us to sign. He is an Yeah, I gotcha. I don't think he's an option for us, and I don't think Lukaku is somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. It's the AC. I will turn it on and off during the show. I'm sorry because it's too hot. It's too hot. It's not okay for where I'm living, to be honest. But I will turn on and off during the show. Excuse me for that. Also, we're doing the Pogba giveaway live on the show in about, I don't know, 15 minutes. So stay tuned. Maybe you're in the chat, and you can win. You can win the jersey. It's not 20, it's still 25, and that's way too hot over here in Belgium for this time, at this hour. Like, that's not okay. It's not. If I was living in Italy and it was 25 now, I will be loving life. But over here, it's not fun. It's actually bad. Hanin is saying, what do you think about Julian's take that Paredes and Kostic don't make sense? Did he say that?
Did he?
I don't know, when did he say that? I wasn't watching the stream yesterday, and I only watched it back for about 30 minutes, so I'm not sure. When did he say that?
Yeah,
I don't think. Wait. Julian said Paredes makes no sense. I think he said it makes a lot of sense because he's a regista.
Yeah.
Together, it don't make sense. He was talking about formation switches and all those things.
Oh, yeah, the 4-4-2. The other thing, too, I'm going to answer this one because we've answered this before, but with Kostic, Juve can start with a 3-5-2. We don't have the personnel for a consistent 3-5-2. We might have it for a game or two, but, like, guys, we don't have the personnel. We only have 4 center backs. So, like, you can't run a 3-5-2 with 4 center backs.
Oh, we said a 4-4-2, not a 4-3-3. That's what he's saying?
No, someone said a 3-5-2 in the comments. I think Julian was talking about because he's saying that we're possibly switching over to a 4-4-2 instead of the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
So he's like, it doesn't make sense. I think the only time we do a
why would it make sense? In a 4-4-2, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, to have a regista, yeah, because you would be doing a hybrid, so you'd be 4-3-3 in possession, 4-4-2 without possession.
No. Julian was saying he wasn't with the signings if we switch to a 4-4-2. I think we will switch to a 4-4-2 for now because it's what it is until Chiesa's actually really back. I think I've said it many times. I want more formation, but I agree with the players we have in the squad. Still, he needs to. Paredes can play in a double pivot. Okay, but okay, that's fine. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
but I believe it's going to be 4-3-3 during the season. I think for now we can switch to 4-4-2, which it is what it is, you know. Unless Kostic is going to play, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Up top on the wing, like I'm not really sure about that. But let's see. Also, I saw Allegri quote because someone said that, and he said Paredes. No, we have Rovella and Locatelli. I can give you 100 Allegri quotes where he was asked about players and said, no, we already have good players, and then they were holding up the shirt a few days later. Like those questions, asking Allegri those questions is a waste of a question. He is never gonna talk about a player who's not signed with the club. He's not gonna do it. Even if everybody knows he's joining, he's not doing it. So forget about that. Yeah, I mean, I think, well, I don't know, welcome. That was a joke I made. But if you want to move up Locatelli, then yeah, because Rovella, we're not keeping all three. Fagioli, Rovella, Miretti, one is going. Paredes will be the dad of me, says Aldo. He never even means what he says. It's always complete opposite. Yeah, like Kostic might be a left midfielder in a midfield of 3. I was thinking about it, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna do that. I think I'm gonna see him if it's a 4-3-2. A 4-3-3, I think he's gonna play him up top, or like in the 3 up top. But even then, I'm like, if Kostic is signed, I believe we're going to get Milenkovic too, and I believe that we go for a 3-5-2.
That
like, even if you get Rugani out, you cannot play 3 center backs when you only have 4, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And don't say Danilo. Please don't say Danilo as an option.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be an option considered as left back. He should be a center back, excuse me, if we have 2-3 injuries. Like, it is what it is, you know? Just okay.
Yeah.
But not going into the season and saying he's a viable option, even if players are fit. Don't do it.
Well, and then the comment there that says if we play a 3-5-2, we won't have to see Sandro. Sandro's going to be there as a left wing back, and that's going to be absolutely atrocious. Like, unless they play him as a center back, a left center back, which I've seen that happen before, and that's also a heart attack waiting to happen. So we got to just get the 3-5-2 out of your head. It's not possible. We're not running it with what we have, because we're going to need at least 5 center backs to run that, and we don't have 5. We're barely scraping at 4 right now.
Also, Di Marcio saying that the club is still pushing to sign Mertens.
But I thought he rejected it. He said no.
I don't believe you're in for Mertens.
Yeah,
I actually don't believe
either.
it.
Why would we? That's the other thing too. He's 35.
Yeah, he's also not joining us.
Yeah. Clake. Okay, so the one comment here, 3-5-2, could be made sense if we're trying to ice a game. Yeah, that makes sense. But if we're running that as our lead formation for the season, no, it doesn't make sense. That's only, again, if we're up 2-0 or 3-0 and we just want to ice the game, then I can see us switching to that just to hold it. But for us to come swinging out of the gates, we're not going to be doing it like Inzaghi at Inter with a 3-5-2 all the time, every time. So yeah, that's the only time I could see us doing a 3-5-2 is when we're, icing a game. But other than that, for us to consistently do it, because that's a very, very difficult formation. It's also hard on your players too, because they have to be extremely conditioned to even maintain that. So it's going to be you'll only see it when you're icing. Because imagine having your 3 center backs as Bonucci, Bremer, and then either Rugani, because I think Rugani is going to play ahead of Gatti this year until Gatti actually gets more minutes. So like having those 3 and then Sandro on one side and possibly Quadrado or Danilo, that's not solid. So that's not something you want to run consistently at all.
Also, Di Marcio said Mertens is not open to join. He made an entire, because I don't have it on today, he made an entire article based on nothing. Like, the article is 3 sentences just to say he doesn't want to come. Yeah, it's I don't believe that Mertens link. I'm confused. I don't get it for so many reasons. Also, I saw a report saying we're offering a 5 million deal. No chance that the club is offering 35-year-old Mertens 5 mil a season. I don't believe that for
no sense.
No
sense whatsoever.
I don't believe that. Neil is saying, oh, he's talking about Chelsea. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Di Marcio, like I mentioned Di Marcio news, but on Juve, he stinks. Like, let's be completely honest, he stinks. He's late with everything. He pushed the Berardi thing, even when it was so clear we were not in for Berardi. He kept pushing him, and 2 days later he got the number 10 shirt from Sassuolo. He's bad. He's actually horrendous on Juve news. So let's be honest, he's actually bad. Today he was saying, or like a few minutes ago, they will meet to see if it's possible to get Kostic. Like, we all know that's not the situation at the moment, come on. Like, he tells West Ham no, nothing, and you think now the 4th of August Juve tomorrow is gonna say, you know what, now we're gonna see if you can get Kostic, yes or no. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. Let me see. I saw a comment, but yeah, Dimarcos, like yesterday he was saying, oh, it's Morata, he's a priority, and after that he said talks with Raspadori, still pushing for Mertens. Like what is the priority now? You told us 24 hours ago we had 3 players in mind as priority, and yeah, what happened with Raspadori? No idea. I don't think we're in for Raspadori. I don't think we're in for Raspadori. And also that clickbait, that's a clickbait title from Dimas. Because he said, he said Juve are pushing. You open the article, it literally has 3 sentences saying he doesn't want to. Let me see. Let me see what he said. No. Yeah, no. It's no news. So yeah, let's move on. McKennie, I don't know, 4 weeks. He said Fabrizio posts the right Juve news, even though we post little. I'm not sure about that. He's very late. Yeah, he's very late with news, and also he's like the way he tweets Juve news is kind of weird. It's like he tweets it like nothing is certain, when you know you have the feeling like, yeah, it's gonna happen, you know. And he's always like, I don't. And today he had beef with a random Twitter account, as I saw. But yeah, Anina saying Romeo has been on point last month. Bremer and Kostic. Yeah, Romeo doesn't tweet. He tweets when he needs a tweet. That's what Romeo does. Like Romano tweets the same thing, just in a different sentence, 3 times a day if needed. You know.
Shearer's been the best.
Shearer's been the best. He made like he got one wrong with Gabriel. He got it wrong, but it is what it is. Okay, forget about Kostic now, because there was no news tonight. You know, that was actually absolutely no news tonight. So let's move on to Paredes, because I think we all can agree, even though Romeo is not confirming that, not Nico Schira, but when the news is that strong, you can basically take it to the bank. The club agreed with Paredes, otherwise that news wouldn't come out that much. You know, I think all news comes out when terms have been agreed with players, and then you move on. Like otherwise, news doesn't really come out that quick. So Paredes, we apparently agree terms. Dimarzio saying PSG want 50 mil. You see reports saying they want 20 to 25, whatever. What do you think about Paredes? Should we pursue that deal?
All I'm going to say is Allegri wants him, get him, and then if he flops, you burn Allegri. That's pretty much it, because, hey, you got to give the coach what the coach wants. That's my opinion on Paredes. I don't think that Paredes is going to be anything crazy or ridiculous, but I think he's going to help the coach in the formation that he wants to play and the style that he wants to play, so we get the player that he wants. It's not something outrageous like Axel Witsel or anything like that. If Paredes is willing to take the pay cut and we're able to make it done for 15 mil, we do it. If it flops, it's on Allegri.
I would pay 20 for Paredes as United Fire. I think that's too much. I think 15 or something like that, maybe. But I agree, you need to back the coach. You need to back him, but it depends on the players, you know. I'm not. If we sign Paredes, I wouldn't be sitting here and say, "Oh my god," you know.
Yeah.
It's a signing like. It's a signing.
Rotational piece.
Yeah, it's a signing where I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't know, like. I have no idea. I know why he wants him. I get that, you know, but I'm struggling to see why we should give him a multi-year deal. I'm actually struggling to see it, you know, when you have all the options already in midfield, and when you know that midfield is still not good enough, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not excited about it. Julian's saying statistical in terms of ball playing has him ranked higher than everyone but Toni Kroos. Yeah, but he only plays 32 games or something in 3 years. I don't know. So I think that's part of it. No, I don't know how you looked up the stats. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, but I think so. Like the less you play, then if you play decent, it's gonna look fantastic. Compared to someone who plays week in week out 90 minutes. But it is what it is. Also, it's a half hour in, so I'll do the Pogba jersey giveaway now. I will do it now. Let me pull it up. I hope it's gonna work, so stay tuned. It's kind of messy. Yeah, that's not it. I have no idea what I put it. Oh, I have it. Here we go.
You just put the head. Here we go.
Here we go. I'm gonna do the giveaway now. So it's random. I put all the names in. Members of the higher tier have 5 times the chance to win. That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, all the names are in. Also some blank things. I don't know why. It's a thing I'm using. But I'm gonna pick the winner now. It's randomly. I will contact him and or her. And yeah, that's that. So here we go. I hope it works, by the way. I tested it before. Well, it's Juve Porto. I don't know if he or she is in chat. I saw him a few times. But yeah, I will contact him or her. I'm not sure. And yeah, we got the Pogba jersey. Giveaway, win, whatever you want to call it. So congratulations to him or her. And yeah, too bad for the rest, I want to say. We'll do more giveaways. We will do more giveaways. Also, if you want to win a jersey, you can join the members club, play the prediction league, and you can win a jersey anyway. You know, you can still win it. So join the members club, you can do the prediction league, and you can win one of the 3 prizes. So yeah, do that. But there will be a giveaway on Christmas. So if you become a member, you have a higher chance of winning. That's how it works. No, Mr. Dax, I'm not doing the one in the stream. That was not the contest. That's not how it works.
I do want to tackle one thing that I've been seeing in the chat a lot. So a lot of people are saying, you know, let's not buy a Regista and let's buy a left back. So here's the issue with that. We have 2. We cannot buy and have a third one in rotation. You can't. It makes no sense. Like, for example, with Sandro and his wage right now, to sit him on the bench is absolutely stupid for us. Also, to buy another good left back, we're going to have to drop good money and also offer a good contract. So to have Pellegrini, Alexandro, both on the bench, and also spending for this left back without any source of revenue from that left side is absolutely insane, and it doesn't make any financial sense for the club. So yeah, I get it. You guys want to get a left back, but we have to move pieces. Like, if we're not moving pieces on that left side of the field, there's no reason to have three deep in the left back position. So it's just, I don't know what to tell you guys. And then also the other thing too, to people commenting saying Ravella, guys, if you have Paredes and Ravella going at it for the starting position, it's going to get better for Ravella because he has a sense of competition to get that starting role. So it will only help but improve him as well. So there's also, remember, you guys got to understand, at practice and training, players are competing against each other for starting spots. So like having someone there that's a known regista that will compete with Ravella helps Ravella out too. So it's not that, you know, Ravella not being or Paredes being there completely shuffles Ravella and keeps him stuck. It's not true at all. It'll help him develop as well as a player. So you guys got to look into it as another thing as well. And who else are we going to get as a CDM that makes money wise sense? Because if we say Jorginho, absolutely not. Just stop.
Someone in the chat says that you are Fabrizio Romano's look-alike. So there you go. Sani's saying so it's okay to have 8 mids and not 3 left backs. Also, you can take a loss as big as a big club to fix a big issue.
I disagree with that. We're not Barcelona.
I don't think we need 3 left backs. I think that's too much in my opinion because it's one position. Midfielders, they usually can play multiple positions. They don't just play on the right, on the left. You know, they can switch it up. But a left back usually he cannot play right back or he cannot play as a winger. You know, usually, especially and the left backs we have, you know, they can. You know, so I think 2 is enough. The problem is they're both average or like Sandro is worse than average. Pellegrini is average. That's the issue in my opinion. I think that's the biggest issue I have, you know.
Also, 8 mids, so you have 3 midfield positions on the field, so you roughly have about 2 lines when it comes to midfield, so you theoretically have a sub for each position and 2 extra. So like left back is only 1 position, so 3 players for 1 slot versus 8 players for 3 slots. It's totally different.
Yeah, and Sonny, I understand what Sonny is saying. Yeah? I know we have 8 mids, but like, how many mids do you rate out of the 8? And also, I don't believe playing the 3 youngsters, and I want them to play, but I don't think they can play 75% of the game and we can win stuff this season. And I think that's what the club wants to do. Like, I think you need to integrate them, in my opinion. And that's why I'm like with Paredes, I'm not so sure about that. If a midfielder comes in, it needs to be quality. Like, it needs to be a player where you're like, yeah, man, I'm sorry for Jordi or Rovella, but that's absolute quality, you know? That's how I was thinking about it. 11 mids and only 2 can make us winners. Do we have 11 midfielders? We have Locatelli, we have Pogba. We don't have 11 midfielders.
Yeah, we got Locatelli, Pogba, Zakaria, McKennie,
The 3 youngsters.
Rovella,
Miretti.
Miretti. Rabiot.
Arthur is out.
He's out. So I think we have 8.
I think we have 8.
We dropped 2 because Ramsey and Arthur, and then I think we've had 10, but we went down to 8.
No, the problem, like I've said many times, we have quantity, not in all departments, but when you look at that quantity, you're like. That's average. Quality. It's average. Yeah. Like, it is what it is. It's not good. It's average. And that's just a reality. And that's why I'm like signing Paredes to a long-term deal. I'm not sure about that. Because if it's not now, then next season finally you boost that midfield again and that left back position, and then you're stuck with Paredes. I'm gonna say stuck a little bit. But yeah, Fabio's saying, mark my words. Without Savage or other quality midfield, sometime next year, Allegri is gonna get kicked and you'll be back to square one. I'm gonna say, I believe there's no chance Allegri will get sacked during the season.
No,
I think there's absolutely no sense. And
we don't sack coaches during the season.
No, and with the squad he has, and I'm not, hyped about it completely. There's no way you should be in a position to get sacked. It's just like the quality is better than other teams. Like, there shouldn't be a way that you should be in a position to get sacked. Also, next week the season starts, but also next week me, Julian, and Justin are doing our prediction video. So stay tuned for that. Then you will see where I'll put Juve. The issue is we're gonna do the video, but the transfer season is still open, but we need to do it before the season starts, otherwise it's not fair. So it is what it is. Let me see. Yeah, no, Sky is pushing the Morata thing, but like that's old news. That's old news. Would you take Morata? Would you think Morata would be good for 50 mil? That's a price Juve wants, by the way, or that's what has been reported. I want a different option. I said it on my daily. I want something else now. When Vlahovic came in, I was like, yeah, I'm okay with Di Maria. Morata as a backup. But now, I think at the end of May, start of June, I'm like, nah, it's done. We need to move on. I need someone else now. There's been 3 stints now. It's done. Like, it's done. He's 30. It's not old 30, by the way. Like I have a feeling the age drops with every year. Like, I think in a few years we're like, oh my god, he's 27. We need to sell him. You know, it drops every year, but it's done. Like, Morata shouldn't, like, that's just my opinion. Because if he comes back, I'm scared he's gonna play on that left-hand side quite a lot. I'm actually scared about it. Because if we play 4-3-3, Vlahovic is gonna play. If we play 4-4-2, I don't know how Morata Vlahovic is gonna work, because I've seen it last season and it didn't look great in my opinion. It didn't look great, so I'm not hyped about it. What do you guys think about Milan's new Belgian wonder kid? I wouldn't call him a wonder kid, but he is quality. He could be fantastic, but I will not call him a wonder kid, because not even De Bruyne was called that, and he was like 5 times the player the Ketelare was in the same league, in my opinion. He was unbelievable. Ali and Dash say we bring in Paredes and Arthur and Rabiot leave. What's our starting 3 in midfield when everybody's fit? I think if Rabiot also leaves, someone else is coming in. But what's our starting midfield if everybody is fit? That's a good question. Because, okay, let's say we bring in Paredes. That's actually a good question. What is going to be our starting midfield?
I would Pogba, Paredes, and Locatelli.
Do you think Allegri's going to do that?
I think so. Why not? I mean, Locatelli's good box to box. Pogba's good on the attacking half. Paredes plays defense as a defensive midfielder. Then you have Ravella as a sub for Paredes. McKennie would go on either for Pogba or Locatelli. And then we'd have, I think that would mean Fajoli or Moretti staying in the team. So that means he would, one of those two would fill in.
It makes sense to me. That's why I'm like, doesn't make sense to Allegri, because I've seen Allegri do things where I'm like, what? Like, surely that's not the way to go. Playing Rabiot on the left in a 4-4-2, where everybody was like, that's not the way to go, you know. But you're still pushing it for some reason. That's why I'm not sitting here and say, yeah, that's gonna be the 3. I'm not certain about that. That's all I'm saying. So who's saying Miretti, Fagioli, or Ravella? Hanin says don't overthink it. It's Allegri. Of course we're gonna overthink it. Like he overthinks it. So he overthinks again. Rabiot playing on the left. Everybody was like, that's horrendous. That's actually bad. And still, you know, it is what it is. Locatelli has always been on the left as a Mezzala. On the right, he has not performed very well, but Pogba prefers on the left channel too. That's, you know, that I'm not gonna say that was one of the reasons why I'm saying I'm not certain. It's the point, but what I'm not certain is it's just because of Allegri. Like, what makes sense for us doesn't make sense for him at times. That's all I'm saying. Zakaria will be a starter if he finally finds his form from Borussia. I don't think he's gonna start. I think if Pogba's out, I think it's gonna be more McKennie getting a shot. That's my opinion.
And you know, it's funny because we all thought Zakaria was going to play as a regista, as a center defensive midfielder. We were wrong about that one because Allegri's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, because he's not good on the ball. Miretti and Gatti will break through in the first team this season. Let's hope. Bonucci raved about Gatti today. Let's hope he comes good. Like, if so, that's good for us. Like,
I know, it helps us out a lot, and then we don't have to worry about another center back.
Yeah. Rabiot has got all his managers fooled. Allegri keeps picking him.
That's because Rabiot has dirty pictures of Allegri with Dancing with the Stars. That's why.
Yeah. The Miretti played today. I'm not sure. I didn't watch, but he was in the under 23 squad today. So, yeah, I'm not certain about that. Okay, so that's that. And that's actually all the news for the day, basically.
I mean, Rugani isn't going.
Yeah,
Well, doesn't want to go to
nobody's
Turkey.
shocked about
So
that.
I know. I'm just heavily disappointed.
Nobody's shocked. Like, I'm not surprised because that's far away. He just got a kid. He didn't like. It's, I don't know how old it is. I think it's longer than just. I don't believe he's that guy that is going to Galatasaray. Imagine Rugani playing in that pressure cooker of an environment, stadium, everything. He will melt. Like, he will melt like I'm melting right now. Like, he's not that guy. Like, he is absolutely not that guy. I think he knows that, and that's why he wants to save option.
I just blame Hanin. Hanin didn't send him pictures of baklava yesterday, like I told her to. I'm just disappointed in her.
Yeah, and she only sent the pics of sweets. Like, you're not gonna convince a lot of people with just pics of sweets. So yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, to be honest, some of the things look too sugary, so it was off-putting. Why are we allowing Rugani to do what he wants with Juve's money? It's his money. Juve gave him the money. It's his money. It's not Juve's money. It's his money. Like, Juve gave him 3.5 mil until 24. It's Rugani's money. Like, I'm not gonna shit on a player, even with Ramsey. I'm not gonna tell Ramsey, oh, you're an idiot, you know. You're, I don't know, whatever. No, you're stupid. Because you're not lowering your wage or something, or taking half of a pay cut. I would be like, why? Like, if I'm not a fan of the club, if I was in Ramsey's situation, I was telling the club the same thing. Give me my money. I know for myself, this is the last paycheck. I know I'm injury prone. Why would I give up money? You know, it's money for me, for my family, whatever. I want my money. That's all I'm saying, you know. These guys are humans too. Why would they take a pay cut for no reason? Well, yeah, I agree. Like, if your boss comes into office tomorrow and tells you, you know, take a pay cut, who's gonna say, sure, I'll do it? Nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. And if players take pay cuts, fine. But, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, kind of an idiot, you know. It's your money.
So,
why are you doing it? But that's just my opinion.
We should add Frankie De Jong to this call and then see. Yeah, we should just tell him that.
Yeah, but he's all like, I saw Man U fans pushing, oh, leave that money. It's 70 mil. Like, who the hell is? And the excuse of, oh, he already has money. So what? It's 70 mil. It's more money. It's not just for him. It's for his family. It's for years.
But could you imagine that? They told him to take a pay cut and change his position. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, and he took a pay cut, and
he did it.
He took the pay cut, but it was a pay cut like Juve did with players in the pandemic. They all got paid, you know. It was just postponing the pay cut. That's what he wants, you know. And Barca are basically saying, if you leave it, we can move. And he wants some. I will want my money. 70 mil? Are you insane? You know what that is? 70 mil? I want my money. Even if I'm rich, I want my money, you know. Because we are fans, and sometimes we say, oh, just leave or whatever, and all those things. Fine, but then you look at the club, the way they treat some of the players, you know, shipping them out and all those things. Why would a player look at the club and you're like, when they know the club have done dirty things in the past and will do that, you know, moving on with contracts, why would a player do the club any favor? I actually don't get it. Same with Khedira back then, same with Mandzukic, whatever. The club gave you that deal. Sandro, I'm not blaming him that he's staying because he's on good money. Nobody's going to pay him that. Last year, I don't blame him. If I was Sandro and I was like, oh, my offers are Sevilla or whatever and it's 2 mil, I'm like, I'm going to sit here for another season, pick up my 6 mil, leave on a free, maybe get a signing bonus and earn 2 mil. I will do that. But I'm not going to leave 4 million on the table when I'm, you know, going towards the back end of my career. I'm not doing it. This is my opinion. This guy, let me see. It's just to tell Rugani that if you don't leave, you're not gonna play. He's okay with that, and he will play. We only have 4 center backs, and Bonucci is getting old. He will play. Allegri will play him. Like, it's not that Allegri's like, oh, you didn't leave, you're not gonna play. Even when I need a center back, he's gonna play. Rugani has been nothing but a model professional and has been respectful with Juve. I will let him decide where to go. I will not force him to leave his home country for us. I mean, I will, push him towards Galatasaray because they want to pay. But if he doesn't want to join, like, it is what it is. Somebody should set up Rugani doing something illegal. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah.
Yeah, come on, guys. Rugani's a dad. He's a happy married man. You savages.
Has to say Milankovic would be great third, fourth option center back. I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. But it depends on Rugani if he's gonna leave.
Sharif Naga. I don't know who that is.
Who?
Life's Crazy is.
That's the player Romano linked for us, the left back from Porto. You cannot even look him up on Google. So yeah, I don't really care about that. It's one for Primavera. I think he's 16 or something. It's not gonna help us now, so I don't care. I don't know who he is. Yeah, that's kind of it for today, I think. There's no news. We can go back and forth discussing the same thing. Let's hope tomorrow we'll have some news on Kostic in terms of an offer being made, rejected, accepted. I don't know, positive vibes, whatever.
I honestly think Kostic gets done over the weekend.
It should be, and don't listen at the Di Marzio and whatever link because they're so late, They're actually, like, when Kostic drops out of the negotiation with West Ham get other players in, the situation is not Juve are gonna see and talk with the player. Is it possible? Like, it's already in further stages. I'm sorry. Like, come on, that's just common sense.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Paredes. Like, it's in final stages right now. It's just determining whether or not it's 15, 20 mil or whatever. So, like, I think Kostic and Paredes are going to be done next week, whether it's going to be yes or no. Like, we're probably not going to... It's going to be, for sure, next Friday, we're going to know where it's going. Because I just don't see them not picking up anyone before the Atletico Madrid game.
Yeah. I agree. The Cucurella went for 65 mil? That's actually insane. Is it really? Wow. That's actually insane.
That's a good question. If Kostic doesn't play against Bayern tomorrow, then that means we know what our answer is.
Excuse me?
So Sani's saying, will Kostic play tomorrow versus Bayern? So if he doesn't play tomorrow, then we know.
I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to play.
So either.
If he plays, that looks very strange, in my opinion. He's taking a bit risk. I think Frankfurt are working, with him on a deal. They're open, so I think they will be respectful and say, no, we're not doing that. You shouldn't risk it, in my opinion. I wouldn't risk it. If it's close, like if it's not even close, I will play because you have an obligation to play for the club that's gonna pay you. But if it's close and you can feel it's gonna happen, I think even the club will be like, don't do it. It's fine. I think we're gonna wrap it up, people. I didn't watch. I haven't checked. How many likes do we have on the video?
I haven't. 39. We have
33 people. 80
40.
people in the chat. Only 33 likes. So please hit that like button now. Just click the like button. Do it. Tomorrow there will be a daily, maybe a breaking live with Julian. Sunday we play Atletico. There will be a watch along for that game. And then it's game week or next week. Like I think that it feels like yesterday that the season ended and we were sitting here and we were like, thank God it's over, finally. And now we're sitting here and it's about to start in a few more days, basically. it's gone fast. Also because the season starts earlier a bit, you know. That's why tomorrow Premier League begins, so everything is, you know, starting early. Until the World Cup, it's gonna be crazy. Like, we're gonna do previews almost every 3 days. It's gonna be insane. It could be fun. It could be depressing if you're crap.
Who do you think's gonna win the Premier League this year?
I still think it's City. I still think
it's City?
Yeah. I mean, I know they lost against Liverpool, but they have the better squad, so they should win it.
So, all right. So, how many goals do you think Haaland's gonna score this season? You think he's gonna break 30?
Premier
League goals? Yeah.
No chance. 30? No. I think nobody scored 30 in I don't know how many years. Not even Salah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just going off of the comments. I'm looking at the well, I'm surprised. I'm looking at the people that pose as Man City fans. The bot comments on. I was watching his highlights in the Community Shield, and everyone's like, "You're all laughing at him now, but let's see who's laughing after he drops 30 goals in the Premier League." I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. So.
Nah, I don't think that. Jamie saying Arsenal dark horses. I think is Jamie an Arsenal fan? I'm not certain. I don't think so, but they have a good squad. Not an amazing squad, but like they have some interesting players, but they're not dark horses. I would say Tottenham should be more of a dark horse.
Score Haaland and Mbappe in all competitions. Oh, that would.
Oh, and there goes Dash. He's out. So I'm gonna wrap it up because I don't know what happened. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back tomorrow with a regular live. Should anything break, a breaking live with Julian, I think. And yeah, on Sunday, watch along for Atletico game. Dash is back, but I'm wrapping it up now. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming back.
I was gonna say it just like booted me out for no reason.
And he's muted, so yeah, it's a mess. We're gonna wrap it up. Thanks everyone for watching. We will be back. Aldo saying he spoke about the Premier League and he paid the consequences. I think so. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like the video if you haven't liked it still. And we will see you back tomorrow.